BoxingVoice.com. We're here with trainer Henry Ramirez at the Chris Arreola Bermain Stavern press conference. Not much is said. I mean, you guys just focused and ready because of all the cancellations?
Well, multiple cancellations, out of our control, though. Part of the business, it goes on. This fight had, I think, 4 dates already. December 15th, January 26th, February 23rd, March 2nd, March 9th, and here we are, April 27th. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully nothing happens. But look, it's going to be an exciting fight. You have two guys who possess power, speed. Stavern's a very, very good skilled fighter. Chris is an action pressure fighter. I think it's just it's going to be a great fight,
Now, they're calling this boxing before dark because it's an early start.
Right.
I mean, does that play into anything in your training camp? I mean, It's just an earlier fight. What's going on?
Just an earlier fight, like you said. I mean, it's something both guys got to go through, for television reasons. But once you get in the ring, it's a fight. Doesn't matter. I don't see it being an issue.
We spoke to Bermain, and at the press conference, he said, Chris's reasoning for canceling was because he had to lose weight. I mean, is there any truth to that, or is the bronchitis legit?
He was sick. He came down with bronchitis. He came down with bronchitis, and he was better by the week of the fight, but he went 12 days without training and was sick. I have enough respect for Stavern as an opponent to pull Chris out. That was my call solely. I don't regret it, and I would do it again. I'm not going to put him at less than 100% in a fight of this magnitude. This is a big fight for both guys. The winner is guaranteed a world title fight, whether it be Klitschko or a vacant title. I'm not an idiot, and I don't care what anybody thinks or second guesses me or criticizes. I don't give a shit. I got to look out for my fighter's interests and basically fuck what anybody else has to say.
Now, we see Chris. Chris is looking good. I mean, how good along is he in weight-wise? Because it's always been an issue.
250 right now. 250. He'll be at 238, 240. Come fight night, again, there's people that say he should be at 220, 215. I think we know what we're doing. People, like I said, can criticize. I think Chris knows his body better than anybody thinks they know it. He tells me he feels comfortable at 238. That's where he's going to fight at 238. 240. Now, if he tells me he's comfortable at 255, I think he's full of shit. You know what I mean? But I think his best weight is probably 238 to 240.
Now, I mean, we talked to him. He seems more disciplined. I mean, obviously, it's been a while since you guys fought. He fought 6 times last year. How is he now? What's the difference between Chris Arreola now than Chris Arreola that we knew was eating tacos and Coronas?
He's being given to him. He doesn't have HBO dates lined up like he did before. He wasn't showing up at 255 winning fights. When he lost to Adamek, that loss was just total lack of preparation. There's no way around it, no way to spin it. It's not an excuse. It is what it is. Adamek prepared, he won. Chris didn't prepare, he lost. I told him going into this fight, if you think you're going to cut all these corners and win, you're not going to. And it costed him in the fight, and he's learned little by little. It's taken a while, but he's learned. This is a lifestyle. You just can't come into camp 6-7 weeks out and, I'm ready to fight, So he's done a much better job in between fights. In 08, 09, he would show up to camp at 280 pounds, Now he'll show up at 255, 250, and then 15 to 17 pounds in a 7-8 week camp is, nothing. He just comes off easy.
Now, switching gears a little bit, obviously, not too long ago it was announced that Josesito Lopez is going to take on Marcus Maidana. What do you think of Maidana as an opponent for Josesito?
Tough customer, man. Good punching power. I think he's got a great camp. I know Robert very well. I think it seems like they're trying to get him to box a little more. I don't know how much success they're going to have with that. To me, I think Maidana's a balls of the wall power puncher, trying to break guys down. But nothing wrong with adding a different element. With Josesito, I think you're going to see a different element that he hasn't had to utilize in a fight. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but you'll see in the fight. And I think it's a can't-miss action fight. I mean, two gritty guys. Obviously Maidana being a big power puncher and Jose being a great body puncher and an extremely rugged kid. It's going to be a great fight.
Now, I mean, obviously last time we seen Josesito was against Canelo. I think he gained a lot of fans for the heart he displayed. Right. How do you see him returning from such a tough fight?
He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He didn't take a sustained beat. I actually wanted to stop it after the 4th, and I just thought, bigger, stronger guy. And I told him, if you don't show me anything, I'm going to stop the fight. And he tells me, I'll do it. To me, that's his way of telling me, let me go out on my shield if that's where I'm going to go. Hey, that's the way it happens. but I don't regret putting him in the fight. You know, there's certain things that present itself in this business that, you know, you got to take the opportunity when it's there. You know, people want to criticize, but, you know, and I know people hate hearing this, but this business is about money, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. When opportunity's there to make money, you got to jump at it, you know. So nothing's guaranteed in this business. And, you know, him beating Ortiz has put him in those money fights where, you know, he's going to do well for himself now. And, you know, I wasn't going to turn down the Canelo fight despite, you know, criticism or what have you. You know, it was an opportunity afforded. We took it, lost, and really you had nothing to lose going in, to be honest.
And my last question is, obviously you mentioned going against Robert. I mean, how do you see that? I mean, two world-class trainers going at it.
Robert's a great guy, man. He's you know, he's the man right now. Everybody's going to him, and that's great, man. I know him well. I know the father well. You know, Mikey Garcia trains at our gym in Riverside with the father. The father is someone, man, who's a knowledgeable man, Mr. Eduardo Garcia, who, I pick his brain about certain things, talk to him. Just a great family, great guys. Like to, you know, shoot the shit with them when I see them. Obviously, I see Eduardo and Mikey on a regular basis. And when Robert and I when we heard about this fight, we're texting back and forth. Like, you know, I text him, hey, did you hear the fight got moved? He's like, what? I just talked to someone an hour ago. You know, it's when it got moved from April 20th to June 8th. And he's like, fuck, you know. But, you know, Robert's a great guy, man. Like I said, I know he's going to have Maidana prepared. I'm going to have Josecito prepared, and, you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, there you have it. Don't miss those two fights. Chris Arreola, Bermain Stiver, Josecito Lopez, and Marcos Maidana. Trainer Henry Ramirez, BoxingVoice.com.
Thanks, guys.